Archangel Michael says, this is not a coincidence. A man has parked his car near your home for 3 long days, not because of chance, but because of intention. He is observing every single move you make, from the moment you step outside to the moment you return. The silence of his watch is more dangerous than loud threats. He waits in the shadows, hoping you ignore his presence, pretending he is invisible to your eyes. But his attention on you is heavy, carrying the weight of hidden motives. You may feel the pull of unease each time you pass by, sensing that someone's eyes are fixed upon you. This is not paranoia, it is a sign. Your spirit knows when danger lingers too close, and your instincts are warning you. Archangel Michael says, your safety must not be taken lightly. This man's patience is not harmless curiosity, it is a calculated move. For 3 days, he has done nothing but watch, and watching is the first step before acting. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Every step you take is not just yours anymore, it is recorded in his memory. He knows your timings, the pattern of your routines, the silence of your nights, and the opening of your mornings. Such knowledge is dangerous in the wrong hands. The car remains still, but his mind is not still, it is active, thinking, calculating, deciding. The stillness outside hides the turbulence within. He studies you like someone preparing for something. Your house, once a safe place, feels pierced by the eyes that refuse to leave. He is closer than a stranger should ever be. His gaze is a chain trying to bind you into fear. Archangel Michael says, do not dismiss what your heart feels. The unease is real, and the danger is closer than you want to admit. A silent watcher is never silent in his soul, he is waiting for the right moment. Type Amen to get blessing 777. At night, when the street grows quiet, the presence of that car grows louder in your mind. The shadows stretch longer, and your heart pounds at the thought that he is still there, still watching, still waiting. 3 nights have passed, and his patience is turning into boldness. No man parks for days without a reason. There is an intention, a plan, something concealed that must be uncovered. His silence screams louder than words. Your every glance at the car feels like a test. Will you ignore it and let danger take root, or will you awaken to the truth and prepare yourself? The choice you make now will determine the story that unfolds. Archangel Michael says, the heavens have seen his watchful eyes. Angels are already circling around you, strengthening your steps, and building a shield you cannot see but will soon feel. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The 3rd day is not by chance, it is a symbol. In the realm of signs, 3 is never ordinary. It means the watch is deliberate, the purpose is established, and the moment is near. Your spirit is being tested by the weight of this man's presence. Will you crumble under fear, or will you rise with courage? The answer must come from within you. The man's silence is a mask. Beneath it, a restless intent moves like a storm. His still body hides a rushing mind, thinking not if he will act, but when. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone. The watcher may think his eyes dominate you, but he does not know the eyes of heaven are upon him. His plan is under divine interruption. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, the stillness of that parked car is not random, it carries a purpose you must not underestimate. For 3 days, it has become a shadow outside your home, almost blending into the silence of your street. Yet, the longer it stays, the louder its meaning grows. The air has shifted around you, and you feel the weight pressing on your chest when you pass by it. It is no longer just a vehicle, it is a cage of secrets waiting to open. That man behind the wheel is not watching out of boredom, but because he has chosen you as his focus. 3 days of observation is not without intent. It means patience, it means calculation, it means your routines are being mapped with precision. He has already memorized the hours you leave, the times you return, and the faces you greet. Archangel Michael says, such persistence is not harmless, it is the seed of a darker act. He is building knowledge, and knowledge in the wrong hands becomes a weapon sharper than any blade. The heavens are watching his movements even more closely than he is watching yours. Type Amen to get blessing 111. At night, when the world sleeps, his eyes remain open. From behind the glass, he watches the faint light in your window and counts the hours until it fades. Your privacy is no longer untouched, his gaze penetrates the very walls meant to shelter you. Every tick of the clock is a reminder that his presence is not leaving. The car, unmoved, is a monument of unwanted attention. Each day he stays, his boldness grows stronger, and his plan presses closer to reality. You may think of dismissing him as a harmless stranger, but there is no harmlessness in consistency like this. Nobody gives 3 days of their life just to sit in silence without a dangerous cause. His motive hides behind the glass, like a secret refusing to reveal itself. Archangel Michael says, the earth trembles when evil stalks the innocent. But do not let your fear win, heaven's armies move faster than the plans of man. The light surrounding you is brighter than the darkness trying to approach. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The third night is the heaviest. By then, his patience is not passive, it is hungry. His waiting is no longer observation, it is preparation. The silence around your street hides a storm that only your spirit can feel. You hear the faint noise of an engine starting and stopping, as if he is testing your awareness. But every move he makes is recorded in heaven's book of justice. This is not a test of coincidence, but a test of your courage. Fear will tell you to ignore it, but wisdom will whisper to prepare. The danger is not only in his watching, but in your choice to act or not act. Archangel Michael says, the truth cannot be hidden forever. His motives, no matter how buried, will be exposed in the right time. And when they are, the trap meant for you will collapse on him. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Even the neighbors may not notice him the way you do, for his stillness is practiced. He is not there to be seen, he is there to remain unseen while studying you. It is the kind of silence that disguises itself as safety. But you know better. You feel the invisible strings tugging at your spirit, warning you not to dismiss what is too unusual to ignore. 3 days is not chance, it is choice. The man's eyes, though hidden behind tinted glass, burn through the shadows like a predator waiting for a signal. He is timing something, waiting for a gap, an opening that only you can unknowingly provide. Archangel Michael says, there is a reason you are being warned now. The hand of God does not speak without cause. This is the moment to open your eyes wide, because blindness in such times becomes a doorway for danger. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, the car outside is not a vehicle anymore, it has turned into a cage of hidden thoughts. For 3 days, its wheels have not moved, but the mind inside has never stopped spinning. He has made your life his focus, and his focus carries a shadow. Your doorway, your footsteps, even the sound of your keys are no longer just yours, they belong to his watchful memory. Each little detail he collects is a brick in the structure of his hidden plan. You are walking under eyes that will not blink. The man does not know that the heavens are recording him too. Every glance, every moment of his patience, every breath of his intent is written down by angels who do not miss a single thing. He thinks he is the hunter, but he is already being watched. Archangel Michael says, do not think your fear is weakness. Fear is your spirit's warning bell, telling you what danger tries to hide. The more you feel it, the more you must listen. Type Amen to get blessing 321. At night when silence covers your home, the man's stillness grows louder. His patience feeds on darkness, and darkness always waits for silence to act. Yet his waiting has already been interrupted by light he cannot see. He does not know that divine protection is thicker than the walls of your house. He does not know that angels form a circle where his eyes cannot reach. He thinks he is hidden, but his hiding is weak before the eternal sight above. Each day he waits adds weight to his guilt. Every moment his eyes cling to your movements, his spirit is binding itself to consequences he cannot escape. Watching is never free, it has a cost that heaven always collects. Archangel Michael says, you are not powerless. The enemy may sit near your home, but the protection of heaven sits inside it. The moment he tries to rise, the hand of God will strike faster. Type Amen to get blessing 654. The third morning feels different. The car is the same, but its presence feels heavier, almost pressing into your chest when you step outside. It is as if his patience has turned into silent pressure, urging him closer. Your eyes may have met the car once or twice, and in that moment, you know, he is aware that you have noticed. A watcher who is noticed becomes desperate, for his cover begins to crumble. Desperation is dangerous, but it is also a sign of weakness. The world outside may appear normal to others. People pass by without noticing the intent behind those windows. But you know your home is being measured, not visited. Archangel Michael says, the longer he waits, the more his strength will break. His patience will betray him, and his own silence will choke him. Heaven has already decided his limit. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Do not think for a moment that 3 days mean he will stop. His waiting is proof that he is willing to continue beyond what is normal. Patience like his is not human curiosity, it is obsession. Obsession always ends in exposure. The more he watches, the more careless he will become, and the more careless he becomes, the closer his downfall approaches. His own shadow will betray him. Your spirit feels every shift in the air. The silence of the car is louder than footsteps. The stillness of the vehicle screams like a warning siren only you can hear. Archangel Michael says, the trap set against you will reverse itself. The man believes he controls the story, but the story is already being written by a greater hand. His end is closer than he knows. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, when a man lingers too long, his silence becomes a weapon. That car parked outside is not simply steel and wheels, it has become a nest of intent. 3 days have forged it into something far darker than coincidence. Your home is sacred, yet his eyes have tried to invade it from the shadows. He sits like a statue, yet his mind races with thoughts you cannot hear. He believes his stillness hides him, but the heavens expose every hidden plan. The hours he has wasted are not wasted in heaven's sight. Each passing moment ties him tighter to the very net he thought he was weaving for you. He has already ensnared himself in divine justice. Archangel Michael says, the walls of your house are surrounded by an unseen army. Every angel standing guard is prepared to cut down what threatens your peace. This man does not know he has already walked into the boundary of heaven's protection. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The longer he stays, the heavier the atmosphere grows. Even the birds in the trees sense the disturbance of his presence. Nature itself reacts when danger lingers too close. You may notice how the air shifts when you step outside. It is not your imagination, it is your spirit warning you, crying out that something unnatural has settled on your street. That man has become the shadow you cannot ignore. His patience is dangerous, but it is also breaking him apart inside. For no human soul can sit in silence for so long without the weight of their intent crushing them. He is devouring himself with every minute he waits. Archangel Michael says, this is why you must not fear. The darkness that watches you will collapse under its own weight. Heaven's fire burns slow but strikes fast. Type Amen to get blessing 232. The third night is always a turning point. Patterns break, silence grows restless, and watchers become reckless. His eyes that once hid in the dark are starting to burn with impatience. A man who waits too long reveals himself. His body may remain in the car, but his spirit is already leaking through. You feel it in your bones because your soul does not lie, it senses what eyes cannot see. He is already seen by the heavens, and soon his mask will tear apart. What he thought was hidden has already been laid bare in the divine scroll of truth. His every thought is weighed, and his every plan is known. Archangel Michael says, you are chosen to be protected, not abandoned. The man's gaze is strong, but God's shield around you is stronger. The shield will not break. Type Amen to get blessing 343. The car outside is a cage, but the man inside is the prisoner. His obsession has bound him tighter than chains ever could. He thought he was watching you, but he is the one being trapped by his own persistence. Every second he spends outside your home pulls him deeper into exposure. Neighbors will notice, passers-by will question, and soon his cover will collapse. His stillness cannot last forever. His eyes are not just filled with curiosity, they are filled with hunger. A hunger to know, a hunger to move, a hunger that will soon betray him. Obsession always eats the one who carries it. Archangel Michael says, you must keep your heart steady. Do not let fear poison your days. Heaven has declared that his watch will end in shame, not in triumph. Type Amen to get blessing 454. Archangel Michael says, the fourth day is not far, but heaven will not allow it to pass without intervention. 3 days of watching have been recorded in the books of justice, and the scales are tilting against him. He thinks he is unnoticed, but he is already marked. Your home is not an ordinary place. It is covered with unseen light, and that light is clashing with the darkness inside his thoughts. That is why he cannot rest, even while he waits. His eyes betray him. They try to pierce through curtains, through walls, through the veil of safety, but they meet a barrier stronger than steel. No eye of man can break what heaven seals. Archangel Michael says, his waiting has already run into limits set by divine law. The fourth day will not belong to him. It will belong to God's hand of exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 565. The silence of the car grows like a shadow across your street. It spreads its unease, not just to you, but to the air itself. There is a heaviness in the ground when someone plots in secret. He cannot hide from the eyes that see beyond walls. His breathing is known, his thoughts are heard, and his intentions are weighed. He sits in silence, but his spirit screams louder than words. Each time you glance at the car, you see more than just glass, you see the outline of intent. It chills your spirit not because you are weak, but because your soul recognizes truth faster than your mind. Archangel Michael says, this is the hour when vigilance becomes your greatest weapon. Awareness is protection. And heaven has made sure you are aware. Type Amen to get blessing 676. 3 days of stillness have already created cracks in his mask. Even the strongest patience begins to break under the weight of waiting. His desperation is growing with every hour. He thought watching from afar would give him power, but instead it has given him torment. His heart pounds with unrest, his thoughts turn restless, and his silence becomes poison. He is trapped by his own game. You, on the other hand, are not alone in this. While his eyes watch you, the angels watch him. The balance of sight is not in his favor. Archangel Michael says, his waiting is counted, and his time is short. The very place he chose to sit will turn into the place of his downfall. He cannot escape the net that heaven has already woven around him. Type Amen to get blessing 787. Do not let your heart tremble when you hear the engine hum or the faint shift of movement inside. These are only signs of his restlessness. His mask is slipping, and heaven is pressing on his mind. He is not in control of this story, even if he believes so. His patience was never power, it was delay. And delay always leads to exposure. The more he stays, the more he reveals. He thought silence made him invisible, but silence only made him more noticeable to the spirit world. His presence has already betrayed him. Archangel Michael says, your peace will not be stolen. The one who tried to frighten you will soon tremble himself. His time is finished. Type Amen to get blessing 898. Archangel Michael says, every hour that passes ties him deeper into his own trap. The car that once looked ordinary now feels like a heavy shadow pressing against your street. What he thought was a hiding place has become his prison. Your spirit feels the vibration of his intent. The unease in your chest is not random, it is the whisper of heaven warning you to stay alert. Warnings like these do not come without reason. The man believes his silence makes him invisible, but the truth is the opposite. Silence exposes him more than words ever could. His stillness is unnatural, and heaven does not allow unnatural shadows to last. Archangel Michael says, the strength of heaven is your shield. Though his eyes pierce through the night, they will never touch your soul. You are wrapped in light. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The third night bleeds into the dawn, and still he remains. His eyes, weary from watching, cannot leave what they crave to control. He is chained to his obsession, unable to walk away. No ordinary man sacrifices 3 days to sit in silence without purpose. His patience is not discipline, it is sickness. He feeds on the hope of finding a moment of weakness. But he does not know the truth. He waits for weakness, yet every second that passes only strengthens your protection. His time is not his own, it has already been claimed by the divine. Archangel Michael says, the moment he believed he was hidden, he was already seen. The first day was his plan, the second was his persistence, but the third is his judgment. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. His stillness speaks, and what it says is louder than any noise. His eyes, though unseen, press against your home like a weight. You know in your soul that this is no harmless stranger. The heavens have already moved in response to his actions. Angels stand at every corner, blocking the paths he thought he had. His freedom is now only an illusion. He has become restless in his waiting. His silence is beginning to betray him. Shifts, movements, and small mistakes are breaking through the mask he worked so hard to keep. Archangel Michael says, the divine light has already exposed his intent. His presence will not last much longer. He has crossed the line he should never have crossed. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Even the walls of your house feel different. They echo with both your awareness and the shield of He.